All right. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome, everyone. All right. So we will get started in one more minute. Thank you for joining me. Couple housekeeping items. I disabled the chat. You can only chat to me. So when I ask you questions, please respond to me. All right. And so let's get started. Welcome, everyone. All right. It's good to have you beautiful people here. And let me just set my screen up really quick. And we are ready to go. So, if everyone can hear me okay, I'm coming through. My tech is working. Put a 1 in the chat so I know that everything is working properly as it should be. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you. All right. Let's go. So this is exciting today, right? So I want to tell you why this is just not another webinar. What this is a premiere of a revolutionary automation system that's going to allow you to grow and scale your business with other businesses that you think may have the jump on you, right? And so also I want to let you know the model for this webinar is going to be I can show you better than I can tell you. So what that means is you will be interacting. You're not just going to be watching slides, okay? All right, so let's get started. All right. So, for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Jennifer J. I've been in technology my whole life, and I've been developing systems since I was 14 in my family's construction business. So, I started writing out payroll checks, and this was before computers, okay? Just want to let you guys know. So, everything was manual. And my dad had a system, it was notebooks. And so in his notebook system, we just did what we needed to do. And so once computers surfaced, I went into digital transformation of that business, okay? And I loved it. And so I went on to get my IT degree. I spent some time as a cybersecurity analyst, in which one of my responsibilities was to hack into their learning management system in the country of Moldova, right? That's where most of our cybersecurity attacks come from. And so then I had to write a report on how I accomplished it, right? And so that gives them the opportunity to catch up where how I got in. And so that's kind of how I started in this IT and this systems business, right? And so then I went on to fast forward to my career now. I have accomplished so much, and I've been the process and automation mastermind for many popular 6 and 7 figure businesses, artists, entertainers, celebrities, and corporations. So I've been there, done that. I've seen it all. Okay. And I think this part is important just because you need to understand why I'm qualified to even speak on what you're about to learn. I'm not just spewing out something that I'm regurgitating from somewhere else. I really am true to this. So today you're going to get actual strategies that you can implement in your business today. There are no cheat codes. There are no tricks. Okay. No tricks, no cheat codes, no fluff, just real business strategies to help you in your business. And I'm going to be upfront right now. The things I'm going to show you today, I do have an offer for you to take advantage of that, and I will present it at the end, of course. I say this now because as I'm delivering this webinar, I always get the question, how can I get this now? I want it now. Where's the link? So I'm just letting you know you will have the opportunity to get everything that I'm showing you You can either do it yourself, right? Or you could take advantage of my offer and let the specialist do it. All right. Now, I hope you're ready because we're going. We are going and we are getting into it. Okay. All right. So, first, what I want you guys to do is drop a fire emoji in the chat if you ever lost a sale because you couldn't respond fast enough. And I mean, you couldn't answer the phone. And if you can't drop a fire emoji, just drop a one. If you lost a sale because you didn't respond fast enough, you didn't answer the phone, and by the time you called them back, they went on to work with someone else, or it was just too late. Right. It's everybody. Yes, guys. Yes. Me too. Okay. Me too. Because I messed up as well. That's why I'm here presenting this stuff to you, because I've been there and I've done that. All right. So let's have a business reality check. Okay. So, how many leads have you lost this year? I'm going to say last year. I got this year on the screen, but I'm going to say last year because you couldn't follow up fast enough, right? So, what would happen if you would miss another lead, right? As business owners, it's hard enough making sure everything is running smoothly, let alone trying to respond to every message and answer every call and do all of those things. And so, imagine waking up and checking your CRM and seeing deals close overnight without you doing a thing, or seeing appointments booked without you having to interact. That is the future of business and the reality that that's why I have business reality check, because if you're not using the latest technology, you're already behind, right? You're wondering, like, how are they doing it? How are they keeping up? How can they run that business with only 3 people? They're leveraging automation because everybody can't afford to hire, right? So let's talk about something that's draining business owners right now. All right. So what's draining business owners' wallets unnecessarily? Many businesses still rely on after hours call centers to handle customer inquiries, right? So it sounds like a good idea, but let's break it down. Let's break down the numbers. So if we break down the numbers and we look at $600 plus $1.50 per minute for a call center, then if you look at that on average, that's like 900 per client just to handle calls. Now the call centers are cleaning up, okay? They cleaning up. But if you look at you as a business owner, you can't afford to continue to do that, right? Or if you were to hire someone just to answer the phones, $3,500 a month, right? So $3,500 a month is a lot. Most small businesses can't afford that. And that's thousands of dollars every month just to do something that can be automated for a fraction of a cost. And that's most of the things that we are doing in our business. And that's why we're here today. So I can show you that, right? So if you think about how much you're currently spending on handling inbound calls, and when I say spend, I mean time. I don't just mean money. I mean time. So how much money, how much time, how much is being missed, right? Then if you have staff, and I know a lot of you can relate to this. So if you have staff, if a customer calls after hours, what happens? And then how many of those calls are turned into missed opportunities because no one followed up? Then how many times has your staff been overwhelmed, letting calls go to voicemail only for the lead to go cold? Right. That's money out of your pocket. But I give you one better. I give you a realistic one. How many times have staff not answered the phone because it's the end of their shift, or they don't want to, or whatever their reason is, or they have an attitude today, right? Or if they answer the phone, they have an attitude. I know you've called businesses like this, right? So this is the environment that we're dealing with. And there's so many businesses that I called that either they never answered the phone, they never returned my call, which is lost revenue. Just face it. That's money gone that you could have had in your pocket because I'm calling you for a reason, right? And so when I'm asking businesses what their main problem is, they always say, I need more leads or I need more sales. But if we tighten up just a few things in our operations, we won't have that problem. Okay. And so what I want to tell you is that most businesses right now are overpaying for something that AI can handle. And remember, when I say overpay, I mean time and money. When you hear me say the cost, we're talking time and money. Because the time that you're spending on something that can either be automated or done by AI is time that you're taking away from you doing things that you need to do as the CEO, right? Which is out here networking and making strategic partners and doing all of the other things that you need to do, right? And so we know that we already identified we're losing leads if the calls aren't answered fast enough. This is huge for home service businesses. Very huge, right? And you're relying on outdated, expensive solutions when a better alternative exists. And it's okay. It's because you don't know, right? And so I just want to let you know automation has really changed the game. And then including AI with it, it's just powerful, right? And so what I want to do now is to show you better than I could tell you, remember? So I want you to meet Echo Prime and OmniChat. So this is an AI powered system that eliminates unnecessary costs and captures every single lead, right? So this dynamic duo takes AI and combines it with automation to another level. And so this means no more wasted money, no more misleads, no more outdated systems, no more expensive systems that we're spending money on that we're not even utilizing all of the system, right? We're not even utilizing it correctly. And so we're going to change that today. All right. So I want you to meet my friend Echo Prime. All right. So who is Echo Prime? Echo Prime is the voice agent that answers calls, never misses a day, uses sales techniques to book calls, puts spammers in their place, right? You guys know those people, the Google people that's calling you, or maybe the SEO people, or the robot, the other robots that's calling you. It puts them in their place, right? And routes the calls to where they need to go. So let's just say someone is on the phone and they're like, I need to talk to somebody, blah, 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 I'm upset, whatever. It'll transfer them to whoever it needs to transfer to, right? And so what I want you to do right now is understand some statistics, and we're going to see Echo Prime in action. So we already talked about, and I know you guys can relate to these statistics, right? Because we're dealing with a problem right now where people are not as trusting as they once were, and behaviors change, right? So just take a moment before I show you the live demo. If you are guilty of this, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And for those of you who just joined, I am the only one who could see the chat because I need y'all to focus. I'm talking about tech and very important things that will affect your business growth. So I want you guys to pay attention. Now, the first thing, if you are guilty, I definitely want you to put a 1 in the chat. And I'm guilty of all 4 of these, right? So 34% of callers hang up and never call back if you don't answer. Me, guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. If you don't answer the phone, I'm hanging up. Okay. And I'm not calling back. I'm gonna keep going, right? Next. And remember, put yes, guilty. Put a 1 in the chat. 62% of calls go unanswered or unresponded to by businesses. I just showed you that by telling you that I've called so many businesses and they never answered the phone or call back. And I am the main one who do not answer my business phone. I don't, because how can we answer the phone if we're in meetings with people, we're doing all these things, and then, like, hey, follow our processes, okay? So I'm guilty. Then 60% of consumers call a business after finding them on Google. Right. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because why? Google is trusting. We're looking at those reviews, right? I just told you that we're dealing with a problem where people are not as trusting as they were before. So they need to review and look up all this information before they call your business, right? Then they'll call, and then the doggone people don't answer. But anyway, then put a 1 in the chat because I know all of you've done this. 85% of people abandon calls if they get a voicemail. Not leaving a voicemail because you're not going to respond. You're not going to respond. I have voicemails waiting right now where no one has answered, has not called me back. Right? So these are major statistics that we're dealing with right now in business. Okay. And so I'm going to show you a live demo right now to show you how this can be solved in just a simple way. And if you guys can't hear this once I hit play, let me know. Ooh, girl, go back. Our AI employee assistant to help your business. Quick demo. Yes. Tell me your first and last. Yes. Jennifer J. No. Jay. Jay. Thank you. So your last name is yes. Okay. Yes. JENISER at gmail.com. Yes. Okay. Now, could you tell the name of your business? Yes. Premier Business System. Okay. Your business? Yes. What can it? Chat automation. Yes. I would like to know how much it costs for your software. Yeah, where do I go to get started? Yes. All right. So I cut that off just for the sake of time, but it was transferring it to my other AI agent, which is how I had that set up when at that time. Now it just books right into the calendar, right? And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now with OmniChat. So I want to take a minute to have you think about how this can affect your business, because not only does it answer, it sends me a transcript to my email of the recordings. Then after that, we're able to put them into automation so that we can follow up with them, right? So as opposed to them leaving the call with nothing, regardless to what they say, if they hang up, whatever they do, we're still sending them information to get them booked into a call. Or if we have a team, we can manually have a team member call them back, right? And so that's just one opportunity. So if we look at OmniChat, right? So OmniChat is the chat bot that takes care of conversations. And so with conversations, think about all the ways that you are missing opportunities. And so I told you earlier that I missed the opportunity. So I missed a major opportunity. And the major opportunity was I had the opportunity to work with someone huge. And I mean huge. It is a big opportunity that I missed, guys. I am not exaggerating. And the reason why I missed the opportunity is because I suck at managing my social media DMs and Messenger. Just flat out. I just don't have the time, right? But a message had came through that was a huge opportunity on social media, and I did not have anything installed to help me with that. I didn't have any assistance managing my social media. It was just me trying to figure things out, and I missed that opportunity. And so remember how we started this webinar by saying how many of you have missed opportunities because you didn't respond fast enough. This was a huge opportunity that probably would have set me up for life. That I missed because I didn't respond fast enough. And I'm gonna tell you, by the time I responded, it was like 6 months later, y'all. I missed that opportunity. Of course, they didn't respond to me. Of course, they found somebody else, right? But it's okay because AI is here and it's here to help us capture those opportunities, right? And so if we look at OmniChat, the conversations agent, you just heard the voice agent. Here's the conversation agent who instantly responds to text messages, DMs, and chats. And when I'm talking about chats, I'm saying your live chat widget on your website, right? And solves that speed to lead problem. The speed to lead problem is you need to get to these people before they move on. We just watch the statistics and we know that we are guilty of doing these things. So right now I want everyone to take out their phones because we're gonna watch her work in action. All right. And what I want you to do is I want you to text the word chat to 470-333-6634. Again, you're going to text chat to 470-333-6634. And so as you're doing to that, I want you to listen to me, right? I am not on the back end of this doing anything. I'm not texting you. I am not, if you could see me, you see my hands. I'm not. I got that. I got my notes with my iPad. I am not texting you guys back. There's no way that I can. Right. But what I do want you to do when you text this is to interact so that you can see the opportunity that this gives your business, right? And so when we think about this method, this is the ultimate example of capture that I see all the time. Like HR, Delmar's on here, HR departments are using this, right? To get people to apply for jobs. Text apply to this number, right? As opposed to someone having to answer the phone. How do I apply? Them going to the website. We have to meet people where they are. And people's phones are here to stay. They're not going anywhere. And I can tell you, it's pretty much all ages. My mom, who lives with me, is 95. She will be 96 this year in May. Sister is on her phone, okay? She is texting. She texts me when she wants something. She is on social media. She responds to like comments under our stuff. She's playing games. She's doing all the things. So if you don't think that your prospect will respond to text messages, you're wrong. This is just an excellent way for you to be able to utilize text messaging to take advantage, right? And I can see those of you who did text. So again, we're texting chat to 470-333-6634. And I want you to remember this exercise because you're going to see how it's so beneficial in our next slide as we go on, right? Excuse me. So put in the chat if you are afraid of installing AI in your business. Put a 1 in the chat. And remember, only you, thank you, Lisa. Only I could see your messages because I'm talking about technology and I need you to be focused, right? Okay, I got a couple ones. Put a 1 in the chat. Only I could see it. If you're afraid of installing AI in your business, right? Okay, got it. That's why we are here today so that we can talk about it. Right. Okay, afraid, but I know I will have to. Okay, so what I want to show you is I have asked most businesses this, right? And you guys could put your reason in the chat if you want to, but these are the main reasons that they put. It's too new. I don't know how. I'm afraid of dehumanizing the business. So most people think that it's going to take over, right? It's not going to take over. It's just an extension of you. So on the slide, you see where I have a conversation that my chatbot took advantage of, right? Because they were asking this question, right? I don't know who this person is. Apparently they know who I am, but they had this question. And so because I'm able to give the chatbot, I trained the chatbot just like you would an employee, right? And it knows the answers to these questions. So it answered, right? And then I also have specific things I wanted to ask. Do you have a system situation you need help with? Right? That came from me. And so it's asking that, but I want to let you guys know that even if you install the smallest amount of AI in your business, and I'm not talking about ChatGPT, we're talking about these type of chatbots to interact with the public, is going to make a huge difference in your business. It's going to make a huge difference in conversions. It's done that for me. And that was before the voice came into play. This is just having the conversations, right? And so if we look at this study, the increase that people are seeing is 20%. I'm sure it's higher now, but it's 20% in their conversion rates. 20% is high, right? An extra 20% conversion in your sales, a conversion get people on appointments, makes a huge difference, right? Because we can't work in the business and answer the calls and do all of these things, right? And so I show you again on the slide. These are conversations that my AI had, booking people into appointments. I haven't changed this slide out because I just didn't really feel like going through the screen capture, but I will change it so that it reflects 2025. But this is showing it booking appointments, right? And so I just want you to know that the difference is AI agents can answer calls, book appointments, close deals while you focus on growing and scaling your business. And then they're always on call, right? They're always there, no attitudes, no missed days off, no sicknesses, no emergencies, no talking back. They're there no matter what, and you don't have to worry about it, right? And so instead of you paying $1.50 per minute plus the base for a call center, you can have Echo Prime answer calls and schedule appointments and even close sales, right? And you'll see that later. So let's talk about AI versus automation. So I just really want to clear up a misconception, I want to say. A misconception that people have. They don't know the difference between AI and automation. So I want to tell you briefly what is the difference. So the difference between AI is that it's artificial intelligence that you train, right? And it uses learned behaviors. Yes, it does, to respond. But it's not going to just go willy-nilly. If that's what you think, it's not just going to go rampant. You have to train it, and the way you train it is no different than how you would train a VA. When you hire a VA, you're supposed to, I know many people probably are not, but when you hire a VA, you're supposed to give them documents regarding your business. You're supposed to let them know what they're supposed to be doing daily. And you're supposed to have an SOP document, right? That same stuff you just upload into AI and we're good. And as your business changes and your business services change and all of those things, you just change the document. You just go in there and adjust it. Like, oh no, we're not. So just like you heard that AI say, oh, it's free to the end of the year. No, that was last year. So if you call it now and asking how much it is, it's not going to tell you that, right? Because I had to adjust the documentation, which was one thing, changing the price. That was it. No different than what you would do with a team, right? So you want to think of AI as a team. So when we think about what automation is, a lot of people overthink this. Don't overthink it. Automation just means it's going to happen automatically with little to no manual input, right? And the difference between the two is automation is set. So meaning if I say when a person does this, send them this message, it can't really adapt like AI can and have a conversation. So that is the difference between the two, right? But both of them can deliver simultaneously and to multiple people at the same time, right? So it's just an extension of us and more than what we can handle, okay? So let's talk about how businesses succeed today, because it's changing. What worked last year is not going to work this year, right? And so you have to change, you have to adjust. So businesses today successfully succeed by doing 4 things. They practice consistency in these areas. They consistently capture, they consistently convert, they consistently follow up, and they consistently retain, right? So it sounds easy, but most businesses are not hitting the mark in this. And that's why I'm here showing you this, how to do it. So let's dive in and talk about some specific ways to ensure your business is consistently capitalizing on these, right? But first, let me define this because I use this term and I know you hear this term and I want you to understand what it means. So a lead is just someone who will give you their name, email, and phone number for what they perceive is value, right? So I'll give you a prime example. It doesn't have to be all 3 now. Like before, it was like it's all 3, but it doesn't have to be all 3 now. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. I host a business networking event here in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Instead of making people register for this webinar, I put a QR code up, which you're going to see next. I put a QR code up and I just had them, it just had the word register me. And then they registered them. I didn't ask them for their name. I didn't ask them for their email. I asked them for that information later. They're still a lead though, because they gave me a piece of their information. I may not have had the full information, but I see some of them on this webinar right now. So it was valuable. And that's what I want you guys to get from this. That is what a lead is when you hear me saying lead and when you hear other people saying lead. That's what it is. All right. So let's talk about the first pillar, which is capture, right? Capture is identified by collecting a lead's information, right? We already know what a lead is. A lead is someone who's willing to give you their information in exchange for what they perceive as value. Now, here's what I see. I see so many missed opportunities in this area. You have to capture people's information. This is what is causing you to have sales problems and revenue problems because you're not capturing the people that's coming to you. So I just showed you 2 capture methods previous to us even getting here, which was someone calling your business. The system has captured their phone number. Someone texting. The system has captured their text message and can have a conversation with them, right? When you're out networking, which I'm about to show you, I'm so excited. We about to get into it now. Y'all got to pay attention. When you're out networking, you're capturing, but not in a good way, right? When you're on events like this, let's just say you put your information in the chat. I see so many people drop like their email address. That's not going, no one is going to email you. You need something where they can click and go. Click and go. We are rushing. We are doing everything. So you want to be able to capture their information and then have them go ahead on and get whatever it is they need to get, right? So let's go to our first point where most people are leaving leads on the table. So they're leaving leads on the table because they haven't even gave their business the ability to text, right? Meaning you're losing so much money because text is everything. And it's called lead leakage. You have lead leakage because you don't have the proper capture methods in your business, right? And you have customers who want to buy, but because you're not communicating in a way the customers prefer or meeting them where they're at, you're leaving leads on the table. So I want you to think about this, right? When you want a quick response from someone, do you call them or text them? I want you guys to put that in the chat. Do you call them or text them? Now, I just told y'all my 95-year-old mother be texting me, okay? Can you, when you make coffee this morning, can you make me some? I ran out of pods. Like, texting me. I wake up to text messages. Right. We're texting. So we need to have this in our business, right? And it's the first thing people check when they wake up. What text messages did I miss? We're texting all day when we're in events and meetings. I hope y'all not texting now because you need to pay attention. But I want you to think about your own business for a second, okay? Can your customers text you right now on your business line, not your cell phone? Because you definitely need to protect your peace, okay? You need to protect your peace. So if you're using your cell phone, we need to fix that. I am high in protecting peace. Delmar, you're gonna get that fixed. All right. So what I want to say is if a lead has a question before buying, they can't send a text and get an immediate response, right? They just had this one question before they buy. AI can answer those questions. You don't have to pay someone a salary to answer the phone and answer questions or to sit and answer your chat widget. AI could do that. So now here's the other question. Are you following up with the leads that text you or reply to you where email? These are opportunities where we're losing leads that we can just tighten that one thing up, right? And so the crazy stat is that 98% is the open rate for text messages. Now, this 16% is not at the average open rate for emails is 32%. If your email open rate is over 32%, you're doing good. But 98%, because they see that text message whether they want to or not, right? So even if they see it and they be like, okay, but I rather get emails from you. I see this, let me click it, but stop sending me text messages. They still see that, right? And you will have that. Don't be offended. Some people just are really, they're, taking care of their boundaries, right? So what would it look like for your business if you can text enable your entire sales process and respond to every lead instantly and have AI closing deals, right? So remember, what's my motto? I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. So capture, this is the third capture method, QR codes. Now, this is not just your average boring QR code. So what I want you guys to do, take out your phones and scan the QR code. Go to the camera icon on your phone, pointing at the screen. You're going to see a box pop up with, depending on your phone, you're going to see a box pop up with the phone number, or it's going to ask you to open Google Chrome or whatever, however your phone is set up. You're going to click on that. It's going to ultimately go to your text messages. Just hit send. And as you see, you will see it looks like this. So it'll say chat, right? This is the other version of not having someone to text, right? Now, this is the ultimate version because QR codes are everywhere. Everywhere. I've been watching TV. It's QR codes pop up on the TV every commercial. Well, I watch streaming, so I don't know if it does it on live TV, but on streaming, every commercial, everything has a QR code. Even Medicare, it's using QR code, right? Scan this QR code, scan this QR code. And so what I want to tell you is that while you're doing this, it's going to do the same thing that the other chat did. So if you didn't get in here in time to text chat, you can scan this and experience the same thing. But I'm going to tell you the word strategy. Put the word strategy in the chat. A lot of things that we do, we have no strategy. We're just doing it because someone told us to, and we're not thinking, and we don't know, right? We don't know. That's why you go to experts who know these things so that they can help you with this. So, this strategy should be used when you're advertising in print media, right? So, magazines, the Town Savers, the magazines that come out, like we have a Gwinnett County magazine that come out. There's like a home services business magazine. Instead of just putting your phone number that you're not going to answer because you're a solopreneur and you're busy, put the QR code. Have the QR code go through this process where it's asking them for information. And on the back end of this can be the conversational chatbot that can be like, hey, well, what do you need? Oh, I need to talk to somebody. Oh, I need an appointment. Okay, what kind of appointment you need? Okay, which service do you need? Like, to go back and forth, right? Instead of just a QR code that sends them to a page. So you know what happens when the QR code sends them to the page, right? I want to show you the next one. This is my real business card. And those of you who have the business card know that this is my business card. So this will act different if it's not the chat. When you scan this business card, it goes into what I call the business card workflow. So when you scan this, it's going to say network, right? I use this for anyone who I meet at networking events, right? Because think about it. You give them your business card, it's going to get lost. Capture, capture, capture. If you guys don't remember anything else I said, remember capture. So if your business card and your QR code is not capturing, then you still have a lead leakage problem. And so what happens with this is it's going to be able to collect their information that I have so I can continue to nurture to them past the event that I met them at or past the time that I met them at. And my goal is, okay, do you need to book an appointment or do you need to buy one of our services, right? But the chatbot will ask them that as they engage with them. And AI is getting more and more intelligent, right? I can't wait for the time where it could say, hey, I've analyzed your business based on what you gave me, and this is the best thing that will work for you, right? I'm waiting for it to get there because that's going to be so helpful to us. Because right now we're trying to figure it out like, hey, well, what do you need? Well, okay, well, how is your business set up? And we have to ask all these questions when we could just have AI do it, right? So let me know. Do you think that this would be beneficial in your business? Let me know in the chat while I sip some tea. My last webinar, they were like, this would make my life so much easier. And I'm going to tell you, yes. I'm going to tell you, those who attended the networking event yesterday, all they had to do is scan and hit send, and they were registered. It took them 2 seconds as opposed to filling out a form. So we have to consistently think about strategies. Yes, Monique. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so let's get on to convert. Convert is our next one. So after we capture them, we need to convert them. So we need to convert them into a customer. So again, I can show you better than I could tell you. So let me tell you a story about Tom. Tom has a barbershop, right? He's a barber. And one of his clients, Jason, needs a haircut. He has a presentation he needs to do, right? And so Jason calls Tom's Barbershop. Tom is currently with a client, and excuse me, Mrs. Jason's call. Good job, Tom. Because if you guys are like me, if you're working on my hair, I don't want you answering the phone. I'm sure. And then for guys, I'm like, man, if y'all got some clippers, I definitely know you don't want them answering on the phone like, bruh, pay attention. So Tom misses the call. Jason has two options. Jason can either call somebody else or don't get a haircut, right? But the good thing is both parties in this situation uses the Autobot automation system, right? So what happens is the auto missed call text back feature kicks in, right? And it kicks in and says, hey, we see we missed your call. Jason replies, oh, I would like to book an appointment. So Jason probably was looking, right? He was looking for someone else. But this is going to stop that scroll because he got a text. And so now that he got a text, it's like, oh, wait, okay, hold on. Yes, I need an appointment. And this is how that works. It says, okay, we have 2 slots available. We have Monday or we have Tuesday. Jason says Monday works. Thanks, Jason. You're booked for Monday at 12. Confirmation sent to your email. Thanks for choosing Tom's Barbershop. Boom. Tom converted a customer, $100 customer, because y'all haircuts cost a lot. While still providing excellent service to his current customers. So as you see, this is so valuable to so many industries because it's consistently keeping the pipeline full and it's consistently keeping you booked as a customer, right? You can still get the service you need. And just because you didn't talk to Tom don't mean you don't have an appointment, right? You can talk to Tom when you get in the chair. Tom is busy. So we want to just make sure that as business owners, we are doing everything we can to keep the customer journey easy and simple, right? And so if we think about our statistics from earlier, this takes care of all of these, right? And this feature is so valuable because it's capturing those callers that you wouldn't normally capture. And it's converting them into customers, right? And so when they receive that text, they're like, oh, it stops them in their tracks. So let's talk about follow-up. Follow-up. Now that we have our lead leakage buttoned up, right? We have our lead leakage buttoned up. We're converting them, we're capturing them, and we're converting them, right? For whatever conversion means for our business. Now, follow-up. This is another place where most people are missing the bar, right? And it's silently killing our business growth because 48% of businesses don't have a document follow-up process. Meaning, and I don't mean, okay, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna text, I'm gonna do all this. No, we need automated, right? We want automated. And so because they don't have that, that means they're just winging it. And again, you're leaving potential business on the table. You're just hoping customers remember to buy, right? So when we think about follow-up, we definitely want to think about things like abandoned cart. And abandoned cart is not just for e-commerce. It's also for service-based businesses. Because if they come to your page, remember, what's the word? Capture. Capture their information first Remember, I had you put strategy in there. The strategy is to capture their information so the system can look to see if you completed what you were supposed to complete. So if you were booking an appointment and you didn't, oh, we're coming back. Hey, sometimes life gets busy. We're going to ask you to book an appointment again and again and again until you book or whatever it is. Hey, did you register? Like for this webinar. Hey, did you register? It keeps going. Then after the webinar, the ones that didn't register is going to get one. Hey, we're having it again. Right. And so we're consistently following up, and it's not just about e-commerce. When you think about abandoned cart, you think about strategy. I want to capture their information. So if they don't take the action I want them to take, I want to send them some more information to let them know why they should. Why you need to schedule an appointment with a financial advisor. Why do you need to get your HR operations together? Why? Now I could tell you why you not doing this is costing you, right? And guess what? Hope is not a strategy. One of my coaches told me that. Hope is not a strategy. We have to put strategies in place, right? And so I want to tell you, I did a survey and the numbers were even scarier than that. So 78% of businesses surveyed don't have a documented, automated follow-up process. Because how can you repeat it if you don't know what it is, right? So not having this automated follow-up is just throwing money down the drain too. Because you need all four, right? And so let me ask you this. How many potential customers ghosted you after showing interest? I know I'm not the only one that happened to. Put a 1 in the chat if that's happened to you. Because I know I'm not the only one. And yes, yeah. And then how many deals slipped away because you didn't follow up in time? I already told you about how I messed up, right? But also, I've done this as well. I failed to have a follow-up process in place, right? And then if you think about it, how much money do you think you lost because a lead forgot or got distracted? We have to think about it's so much going on with people. A lot of people still do work from home. So working from home means your dogs are running around, your cats are running around, and somebody comes to the door. Like when you at home, people come to the door, you be like, So we have to take this into consideration and make sure that we're putting in place things that follow up with them, right? Because here's the reality. People don't say no as often as they say not now. And the not now usually is a reason for it, but they may come back. And I've had that happen so many times because I'm following up, right? Have you ever heard the phrase, the funds are in the follow-up? The funds are in the follow-up for sure. Okay, now let's talk about retain, which is our last pillar. So retention, it costs less to keep a customer than it does to market to a new one, right? And so retaining means to keep what you already have. People who've already bought from you, people who've already purchased from you, people who've already opted in. And so when we look at retention, we look at most businesses don't even re-engage past customers. And 72% of your revenue comes from existing customers. You see it all the time on email lists that you're on, I'm sure. Special offer for our loyal customer. Or you see special offer for new customers only, right? But we want to make sure that we are re-engaging our customers, our past customers. These are people who already spent money with you. And so you're losing because you're not doing that. And if you think about it, how many emails do you get from retail stores with offers daily? We should be doing the same thing. It's called database reactivation. But if you remember our stats, we want to make sure that people trust us. These people already trust you. And so I want to just say that if you've noticed when you go to websites, the percentage that they give you off is higher on text if you give them your phone number. And I want you to think about that for a minute. Okay. Now, reviews. Most businesses are not consistently generating reviews. We know that we're in a mistrust era now. People are not trusting. So we need to consistently ask for reviews that go on to our Google, our Facebook, that we can put on our website so that people can see that people trust us, right? And so a lot of people are not consistently asking for this. And last, most businesses are not leveraging AI. It's available 24/7. You can transfer the call to a live person if you want. It's programmed to communicate the caller's information. You don't have attitudes. It's no call loss. And it does what you tell it. That's the most important thing. It does what you tell it to do, right? And so as we wrap up, we know to succeed online that we need to do these 4 things consistently. We need to consistently capture. We need to consistently convert. We need to consistently follow up. And we need to consistently retain. That retention part is the difference between when you see people who don't freak out about social media. That's because these people are on their email list and they can market to their email list and make way more, right? This is what we need to make sure that we do. And so I want to show you this image because people are visual, right? Excuse me. So the images you see are the 5 gens. The 5 gens. So they're all AI generated because listen, I would have to get my hair done. I would have to pay a photographer. I would have to figure out what outfits and then find a place and all of that, right? But I want you to think of these as 5 cloned AI gens. And this is what I'm showing you how to do to clone yourself. So the visual reputation here shows you 5 different images. Think about the 5 different places that it's responded to. Text, Instagram, Facebook, calls, live chat widget on my website. So AI capture, convert, follow up and retain, and then you, the CEO, are able to go out and do what you need to do. And you let AI and automation handle the back end. And so let's tie it all together. So a potential customer wants to work with you, right? In this scenario, the goal is to book an appointment. They text your keyword, or they scan your QR code, or they DM you, or they comment on your social media. Whether you use AI or automation, the goal is going to be the same, right? To book an appointment. All paths and roads lead to your call to action, book an appointment, right? And so this is what happens on the back end. We have our AI or our automation. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. Look for an available spot on your calendar, right? And then it books into the calendar. And so after that, this is what's happening on the back end. The appointment automatically integrates with your calendar, Google or Outlook, iPhone, whatever it is, Android. It sends the appointment confirmation, and then it enrolls the person into the appointment reminders, right? So they're reminded to show up for the appointment. And this is happening consistently and multiple times. And it can happen all at the same time, right? Let's just say you had a flood of leads that were coming to do it all at the same time. It's going to do it over and over again, right? So, as a conclusion to this presentation, I want to make you a fantastic offer. I want to give you the opportunity to have all of this done for you, right? To get it in your business today. So normally to get these systems done, you have to have 6, 7, 8 different softwares, right? And you usually need something for text messaging, something for email, you need funnels, you need a website, you need a calendar. And then if you need AI, you got to get AI, then it has to be integrated, and it's just the whole thing, right? And so let's take a look at what I have for you, because you're on this webinar, you're going to have the opportunity to be able to take advantage of the offer, but it's today only. So we have the Autobot automation system. And what that is you have the ability to have 20 AI voice agents working in your business. The AI conversation model. So what I showed you, how we texted, everything I showed you today is represented here, right? And so you're able to have the auto text where you can two-way text someone in the system, right? Excuse me. Also, the Instagram. Remember I told you how I missed that opportunity on my Instagram? If I had this DM on there, the Instagram DM reply, I wouldn't have missed that opportunity. Also, the same thing for Facebook, being able to manage DMs. Let me tell you what else it does on these DMs that I love. This thing told, you know how those people send you messages on your DM like, hey, we can get you followers, or we can do this, or do all of that spam crap. This thing, without me telling it, told them basically to go away. But it basically told them like, hey, we're not interested in that. But do you have a system situation you need help with? Also, my phone bot, I failed to mention this, will get rid of those Google and those SEO callers and people calling those robot things. It tells it, hey, please take us off your list. And they do. I was like, oh my goodness. So you get unlimited automation workflows, right? Nobody's excited about that but me. But it's important to you because automation is what's going to make your business run in the back end. Everything we pretty much do needs automation applied to it, and it needs the workflows applied to it. So some systems limit you with this, or they charge you to get it, right? If anybody has a Wix website, you know what I'm talking about. It has invoicing, estimates, proposals. You don't need separate software for that. It has a calendar booking system. So we already know, we saw that. Missed call text back. We saw that in action. Automatic review system. It asks for the reviews. And if you want, you could turn on AI to respond to the reviews. Then we have the unlimited interactive customized QR codes. Now, I do know Some of you told me the QR code wasn't working. That was my fault because I did something crazy this morning and I shouldn't have, and that's why I wasn't working. But the one on my business card should have worked the way it needed to work if you did that one. Okay, now I am an automation specialist. I had to put a strategy in there because I took my strategies and I built out pre-built systems for you that will work out of the box. You're not going to go to somebody else's platform and get this. This is stuff I built myself, right? And so the booking calendars work a specific way where I told you about the abandoned cart for calendars. So you see appointment booking reminder. That's an abandoned cart. And what happens is, let's just say someone says, hey, Patricia, I want to get on your calendar. Instead of you sending them your calendar link, you say, okay, cool. Get their information, capture, put their information in here and fire off this workflow. It's going to keep reminding them to book that appointment until they book it. Now you don't have to follow up with them and say, hey, you were interested in booking an appointment. Did you book it? Then you know whether they're serious or not. And you don't have to waste your time following up on people who aren't quality leads. Also, past customer reactivation workflow. You get all of this in the system. So that is reactivating our past customers with offers, right? Offers that don't break the bank, right? Offers that you can stand to do as the business. Then you have your 9 touch point nurture. It's already pre-built, right? And so what that does is just continue to nurture them through your business. Then you have a prospecting pipeline. So what that is as you're prospecting for new business, you're able to put them in a pipeline and have them move based off of their actions. Did they respond to this email? Did they book an appointment? Did they do what I needed them to do? Also, you get a networking pipeline. Sorry. The networking pipeline is attached to that business card QR code, which you see across. I should have put them together. And so what happens is those work in conjunction together because the business card workflow is going to continue to message people after your initial interaction to get them to book a call, right? If that's your goal, whatever your goal is. I'm saying book a call because most of you are service-based business owners. Then you have the Instagram comment to DM. Most people go purchase the software ManyChat for this. You don't need to do that. This system does that. They comment a keyword and you send them that. I feel like so many e-commerce restaurants should be doing this, right? You get all of these things, the leads pipeline, the booking funnel, the text messaging keyword workflow, plus the other things I showed you. Now, normally this is $297 with a $497 one-time setup fee. If you go to my website right now, that is what it's going to say. But today only, I am giving you this and you will be grandfathered in as long as you don't cancel for $100 one-time setup fee and $197 a month. And I am going to drop this in the chat for you guys to go here and get it. Let me see. It's 12:43. So this offer is for today only. It went away. So normally what happens is it's $297. You get the one-on-one. You get 3 calls with this. So you're going to have a kickoff call. You're going to have an onboarding call. And we have 24/7 live support via Zoom, phone, and chat. And we have weekly trainings as well. And so you have to purchase this by midnight to get this offer for this $100 setup fee and $197 a month. And what happens on the customer kickoff call is That's done immediately. So as soon as you purchase, you're going to go to a page and it's going to tell you to schedule. Once you schedule, you're going to meet with me. We're going to go over your business, what your business is. I'm going to get the information so we can set your business card up, your QR code. We're going to get the information to set up your keywords and all of the things that we need to set up that's custom to your business. And then what you'll do after that is you're going to schedule an onboarding call. And so once you schedule an onboarding call, that's just really tech only. So it's just getting you to integrate any of the things you need to get integrated into the system. Then after the tech call, you get a training call where we walk you through your system that's custom to you and help you use it how you need to use it, right? So if your workflow is, okay, well, Jen, after I get on a call with them, I need to send them a proposal or an estimate. Then we work through that, right? And so I want to answer any questions anyone has on the automated AI chat. So one of the things I didn't talk about was the business card workflow. So on the automated AI chat, can you have your headshot appear at the top next to your phone number? Yes, because one of the strategies that I use in the digital business card is I send the, what is it called? SV card, VS card, whatever it is. And so once they accept that, then whenever you text them, your information shows up. So what I tell my customers is take your phone number in your phone, create a contact with that information, whatever you want them to have. So you want to put your socials on there, whatever, because we're going to send that to them and we're going to tell them, save this in your phone. This is the only time it's important, like the bling and all of that. Because now when you text them from your number in your system, your information is going to pop up and they're going to know who it's from. Hopefully that answered your question. Does anyone else have any questions I can answer right now about the offer or the system or anything you guys want to know? If you came in late and you want to know about how do I get access to the replay, you will get an email regarding the replay. Now, the replay is not free. The replay is $27. So just want to let you guys know that. And then you'll also get a invite. Everyone on here is going to get an invite to book a call with me so you can give me some feedback. Because what do we need as business owners? We need to know how to improve, what we need to do better, how can we be better, all of those things. So definitely make sure you schedule that with me so I can get feedback on how I did. And again, just the offer for today, you get all of everything I showed you today. You get, we program your voice bot. You don't have to do it. We do that for you. And we pretty much set this whole system up for you. So you don't have to worry about it. Because what I found is that as much as I can teach, people really don't want to learn it. They just want to know, but they want somebody else to do it. So they're basically saying, like, listen, I just want y'all to do it. Can you just do it for me? Right. And as you see, it's definitely an affordable option. After today, it will go up. Patricia, yes, if you've scanned the QR code, if you've texted chat, you have access to me, and you should have the the email. You should be getting emails as well. What is the monthly rate cover? I'm not sure. I understand your question. Okay, Quentin, if you purchase our offer, you get it. Are you asking me? I'm gonna let you guys come off mute 1 second. Cause Quentin, Quentin, no, I don't sell my snapshots if that's what you're asking for. Um wait. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Emanuela, can you unmute?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What was your question?
So there is a $197 dollar fee per month. So what does that entail? Once you onboarded everything, what does that fee cover?
So that is your software system cost, right?
Okay.
Yes. So that covers the software, the use of the software, excuse me, and it covers your messaging up to, you get a $10 credit with that. And so it covers your messaging up to that as well.
So is there a limit to how many messages?
No, there's no limits. So there's no limits on anything other than you only get 20 AI voice agents. That's the only limit.
Okay. All right. I don't know what I don't know in regards to this. It's all new to me. So that's
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank
It
you,
is
though.
okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. All right. Quentin. Okay. Quentinus, do you have a question? I just asked you to unmute, and then go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
What I'm asking is, do you have the workflows and all that? Do you sell the workflows and all that, or you just sell the software?
I barely heard that, but are you asking me, do I have the workflows that I can give?
Yes.
That I
Do you
can
sell the
give?
workflows?
I do
Yeah.
not. I do not. You have to be up under my agency.
You have to be under your agent.
Yes, that is my intellectual property. I do not sell it.
Okay. All right. I just asking. Yeah, because
Okay.
I could do all the setup, or do you show anyone how to set it up?
Yeah. Yes. So so everything that I've created, I have videos for. So there's like a video to show you everything. Do you already have Go High Level?
Yes, I do.
Are you under someone else's agency or are you under your own?
No, I have my own agency. Agency, and I just go around and just look for new ideas, new ways. I already have a whole lot of automation and workflows and everything set up. I'm just looking to see certain things and just learn more. That's all.
Okay, got you. Depending on, are you reselling?
Yeah, I was reselling, but right now I have my own. I got busy with my own business. I have a commercial funding business. And, basically, I utilize it to basically do everything in my commercial funding. And I'm trying to set up a document, basically a document intelligence system. And I'm just looking new ideas on how to do it. Because I'm also integrating Python and other languages into it as well to basically get it moving. So therefore, my clients can upload their information, and the AI, the automation system, will work together to basically ask our clients for documentation or whatever it is.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will send you an email and you can book an
Okay.
appointment and I can let you know what options we have. I don't know if
Okay.
we do have a program where we have different agencies up under us because they don't want to take care of everything that you had to do, um, or pay for the support or, handle all of that. So I'll send you a request to schedule appointment.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions? All right.
And I just want to make sure you're sending us something to sign up with, some kind of
So
form.
the link is in the chat. 1 second.
Okay.
I'll put it back in the chat. So the link is here. This is a link to sign up.
Okay.
Did anybody else have that question as well? Okay. Okay, awesome. Oh, awesome. And then if anyone has any questions they didn't think about or something happens during your booking or whatever, our email address is support@premierbizsystem.com. And so you can email us and the support team will take care of you. All right, guys. So thank you so much for spending your Thursday with me. Definitely book a call with me so I can get feedback on how you felt and how everything was. And awesome. All right. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday and have a great day.